I had someone come up to me 3 weeks into COVID and called me an essential worker. And I think as a producer, I have felt that we're essential workers, providing food to people in the grocery stores. But for actually someone to come up to me and say that was quite the honor. Food is something we should not be taking for granted. Food doesn't just appear on the plate. There's a lot of things that happen before that. You read all the stories on the internet of where food was a little scarce in certain cities out of our country. I think that hits home when you can show up at your grocery store and there's a turkey there. I'm Mike, I'm on the Manitoba Turkey Producers board. We grow turkeys. We take a lot of pride in growing safe food for Manitobans. Today we are giving back to the community. We're giving back to the people who need it the most. Manitoba Turkey Producers and XL Door have come together and donated some turkey products for people that need it, that are here twice a month picking up necessities that we all take for granted. Today to the Southeast Helping Hands, we donated right around 2,300 kgs of 3 to 5 kg birds.
We are super grateful to be having this donation and being chosen to get this donation. It is incredibly rare to get a donation like this, especially in the quantity that we did get. So this is absolutely special and phenomenal. 2020 has been a huge challenge as a food bank, and we've had an absolute increase in hamper need. People who were never vulnerable before or never thought that they would be vulnerable have been put in a position where they are. The amount of job losses was staggering. We have an increase of 50% for our hampers. So now is a time where we need to be able to help everybody out, make sure that they have the support that they need, both food-wise and mental health-wise, so they aren't dragged down. You give a little bit of a help and you give a hand up, then they can move on to the next thing. And we're finding a lot of people are actually stepping up now, wanting to give back after getting that hand up. We tend to not do a lot of perishable items because it's easier to transport. They get a lot of canned meats. They get a lot of meats that are going to be high in sodium and everything else. So this is great. This is locally grown. This is something that they can feed their families that they know is going to be able to sustain them in a healthy way.
I think farmers or producers in general really understand the need to help others. I think our board and our producers are very generous people, and there's lots of need around, and I was not at all surprised that we decided to do this as a board. It makes me feel awesome, but it's not really about how it makes me feel, it's about how it makes them feel. This is about providing food for people that need it the most. A lot of us take food on our plates for granted, and there's people that can't afford groceries, so we should be very thankful. Inside Manitoba, we never ran out of food. The whole chain, it never broke down through the whole pandemic.
They're amazing people. Everybody was just so happy and so generous, and they were as grateful to give as we were to give it out to our community. So that was pretty neat to see that it was just as meaningful, maybe even more meaningful to them to give it than it was for us to receive it.
It's easy to do a 24/7 job when you enjoy it, when you have passion for it. It's a part of my life. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be flashy, it just, giving is whatever you feel most comfortable with, and anything does help.